Who want blood on their hands? That's what demons do. That's demons. That's demons killing a newborn baby because you can't take care of it. If you can't take care of a baby, then put your clothes on. If you can't take care of a baby, stay out the clubs. If you can't take care of a baby, how dare you have a girlfriend? How dare you have a boyfriend? If all you can do is have a baby aborted, you don't have that right.
Really breaks my heart. Cause we've been lied to, misled for years, calling out to the most high on this trail of tears. Higher, 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 higher.
Gathering the Christ Church, we are out here today to bring out the truth regarding the Most High and His people. When you look around at our neighborhoods, you see turmoil. You see hatred of self. You see no motivation. The Most High is our Father. And we made the biggest mistake of our lives by not keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. When we look around, we blame all the other nations for our folly. We have to blame those who caused this, because the Most High told us what will happen if we follow His law, statutes, and commandments. Let's get that in Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to show you what happens when you follow the Most High's laws and what happens when you don't follow the Most High's laws. Got it? Read. Start at 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
If you will hearken diligently to the voice of the Most High thy power. That means if you will listen and if you will follow with no interruptions what He is saying right here. Read.
To observe and to do all His commandments.
To observe and to do all His commandments. To learn and to follow them.
Which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That the Most High will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. Nations meaning people. The Most High will set you on high above all nations. When you look around our neighborhoods, are we set on high above all nations, or are we under all nations? So therefore something must have happened. Read.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou wilt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power. Verse 3. Blessed shall thou be in the city.
Blessed shall thy be in the city. Blessed shall thy be in the city. I've lived in Chicago for 47 years, and I've never felt blessed. My mother lived in Chicago for over 45, 50 years, and she never felt blessed. It's never been a blessed day here for our people, and I'm not talking about those who's making billions and millions of dollars in the music industry, because they're not blessed either. Read.
And blessed shall thou be in the field. Verse 4. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Blessed shall thou be in the field, and blessed shall be the fruit of thy body. That means your food should be fresh, your food should be abundantly, your food should be good for you. Your baby should come out healthy, your babies should come out ready to rule this earth like we're supposed to. Your babies will be blessed through the Most High, but we're not seeing that. Read.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Verse 5. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. We should have abundance of food, and we should have riches. We should be on top right now if we would have followed these laws that the Most High commanded us to do. Read.
Verse 6. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Blessed shalt thou be when thou hast come into this earth, and blessed shalt thou be when thou leavest out this earth. That means when you leave, your family should be left with something. When you walk this earth, that means you should have. And everybody around you should have. And when you die, they should have what you accumulated along with what they accumulated, so it can be passed down from generation to generation. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The Most High shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and shall flee before thee 7 ways.
See that? Read that again.
The Most High shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways.
That's right. Because the Most High had our backs back in the day. And if your enemies would have come at you one way, they was going to scatter. Once the Most High started putting it on them, they would have scattered all type of ways. You wouldn't be able to get one of them because they was running. They'll come in one way thinking, oh, we got them this way. But once they get to that area, it'll be turmoil on them, so they're going to scatter like marbles. Go ahead.
Verse 8. The Most High shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thy hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee. Verse 9. The Most High shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Most High thy power.
If thou shalt keep the blessings of the honors of the Most High thy power. Go ahead, start at 15 in a second. Now, if you look around, you don't see none of those blessings in our neighborhoods. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in Chicago. I don't care if you're in Michigan. I don't care if you're in Detroit. I don't care if you're in Mississippi. I don't care where you are on this earth. It is not like that. If you think about Hollywood, Hollywood is a ghetto. Hollywood is a ghetto. It ain't what they show on television. There's no blessings in Hollywood. These are the curses that will happen if we don't follow the laws of the Most High. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, we're going to get to it. Because the Most High said, it shall come to pass, if you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments that I tell you to follow, all these curses shall fall upon you. What are those curses, brother?
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Cursed shall thou be in the city. Look around. Listen. You can't hardly go to sleep at night without hearing sirens and gunshots. You can hardly walk the streets in the daytime with your babies without clutching them. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Read.
Verse 17. Cursed shall thy basket and thy store.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. That's deep right there. Because once Israel, I'm going to say once black people get their hands on some money, they do the total opposite with it. They don't do anything with it. I hear drug dealers talk all the time. I had to sell drugs to feed my baby, to feed my family, to put money in your pocket. But no, that ain't why you start selling drugs. You start selling drugs so you can outshine the next man. Look around at our neighborhoods. You ain't sell drugs, you ain't bought no property. You don't own nothing but a car with some goofy looking rims on it. You own absolutely nothing. You can sell drugs all this time, and all you got to show for it is the mess hall. Read.
Verse 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Curse. shall be the fruit of thy body. Black babies are murdered more than gun violence. It's more children being sacrificed in the womb than they are being hit by cars. More children is getting killed in the womb more than they're getting shot. Our babies are a target of this government. And all we can do is sit around and have meaningless sex. I want this girl, I got this girl, she have a baby killed, she have a baby killed, and we think we doing something. It is stupid to have more than one girlfriend. It is stupid to have more than one boyfriend. It destroys us. It has destroyed this community. And what have we got to show for it? Homosexuality at a high. We're to blame for that. Us straight people, we are to blame for what homosexuals are doing out here. Because if we stood on relationships the way the Most High told us to do it, we wouldn't have none of these problems. Read.
And the fruit, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Curse are we. Jump down to verse 28. Curse are we in this city. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness, and blindness, and astonishment of heart.
The Lord shall strike thee with blindness and astonishment of heart. Falling for anything. Falling for anything out here. If it's ghetto, it's for us. If it's stupid, it's for us. That's how we look at it. Bill Clinton became president after murdering millions of black people, and the first thing the black people say, he black. Why? Because he was playing a guitar and smoking a joint and had some type of relationship with some woman in the White House. All of a sudden, he black. Barack Obama became president. We didn't check that at all. We didn't pay no attention to it. All we did was, oh, it's a black president. We coming up. We ain't came nowhere. We ain't did nothing. We ain't did a thing. Barack Obama didn't care no more about us than, what's the president's name now?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Matter of fact, all the laws that Donald Trump is pushing, Barack Obama signed them into office. That's what people need to pay attention to. Barack Obama signed all this stuff into office that Donald Trump is doing. One president can't make a decision without what the other president wrote into office. That's what they do. One come in and finish what the other president was doing to make it seem like they're doing something different. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness. I mean, you're going to be in pain. You're going to always be reaching for something, but you can't see where you're going. And we're going to do this at noonday. We just seen a brother come across the street, high out his mind, drunk. And it's noonday. And he already can't see where he's going for the rest of the day. We already see this in our neighborhoods. Brother, jump down to 32. We already see this in our neighborhoods.
Deuteronomy 28:32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. If you look around with us right now, if you watch television, if you look at movies, if you look at commercials, what they're telling you is that we could never be a real people unless we mix with white people. Look at the commercials. All the commercial is mixed race. You barely see a commercial where it's a black man or a black woman. You always see them mixed in with another race. Why? Because we are given to another people. They own us. They own us right now. They can do whatever they want to do with us. But we too busy thinking that we're untouchable in the wrong ways. We are very touchable. We have been destroyed as a people.
And thine eyes shall look and fell with longing from them all the day long.
Gonna be jealous of everything they got and everything that they doing. Wherefore, it's gonna be, you can't talk to a brother without him saying, the white man did this, the white man do it too, the white man do it too. No, we can't worry about what another race, what another nation, I should say, is doing out here. We need to worry about how we are going to get back to the Most High. Because as we see, if we keep the laws and commandments, we'll be blessed. If we don't keep the laws and commandments, we'll be cursed. Now, if people think we're not living a curse right now, then you are blind. You groping in the noontime like a blind person grope at night. If you can't see that we are cursed. We are the cursed seeds. Jump down to 37.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
That's right. You should become a nigger, a wetback, a spook. That's what they call us. That's what we call us. A brother can't talk to each other without using the N-word. It's all N-word all day long. When we talk, then when somebody else say it, we got a problem. But do not despair, because the Most High loves Jacob. Always have. Jacob is a direct descendant from Adam. That's when the Most High look at Jacob, he's looking at Adam. And when he look at Adam, he's looking at Christ. So if we start by keeping the commandments, the Most High would do what? He'll graft us back into the tree. Read, brother.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
And set them in their own land. The Most High in the end is going to choose us again. But he's not just going to choose all Israelites. He's not just going to choose those who say, I love you. He's going to choose those who turn away from their evil ways. He's going to choose those who keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids.
That's what's going to happen when Christ returns. Everything changes for us. But first, we got to come away from our evil ways. First, we got to stop all this drug dealing. First, we got to stop all this child killing. We have to stop this abortion.
Right.
We have to stop it. We have to stop hating each other. We have to stop having more than each other. It should be no man on this planet leave this planet and he's the only one that got a few $1 million in his pocket. If you leave this planet and you got $100 million left, that means you ain't doing no charity. That means you ain't doing no charity. That means your children ain't doing no charity. That means y'all the only ones in the neighborhood riding around with nice things while everybody else is suffering. You have to pass the wealth. That's what Christ was saying when the rich man asked him, what do I have to do to get into the kingdom? And Christ told him, give away all your possessions. Give away all your possessions. Just give them away. Now, did Christ mean break yourself, have nothing? No, he mean make sure people around you are taken care of. When the Most High look down, he gonna see your charity. He gonna see, okay, this brother, he made this much, but he's giving away this much. He's feeding people. You know, he ain't just taking his money, buying himself nice things. The rich man who did that was around Lazarus. It didn't work out good for that rich man. Give me, you got it, 2 Kings?
2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 13. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways.
Turn ye from your evil ways. This is what the Most High was saying. Turn ye from your evil ways so you can get this blessing. Stop being selfish. Stop killing yourselves. Turn from your evil ways and come get these blessings. Israel, y'all don't know what I have in store for y'all. This is not it. Your forefathers already messed up, and we doing the same things that they doing. Jerusalem was a ghetto. Jerusalem was a ghetto. We doing the same thing now that we was doing in Jerusalem. But the Most High saw us as a peculiar people, and He blessed us. Give me 2 Kings, Jeremiah 18 and 11, and you give me Jeremiah 25 and 5. We keep on playing games with the wrong person. We think the Most High owe us something. The Most High don't owe us nothing. The Most High is the Ancient of Days. He don't owe us anything. He created us. He wanted us. He don't need us. This ain't no Clash of the Titan movie. Well, the gods need us to survive. No, it's not that. We need the Most High to survive. Without Him, this is us. Strung out on drugs. One female got 7 babies by 7 different daddies. Well, and you can say 8 different daddies, because one dude is taking care of 2 kids. You got children acting like 20-year-old men when it comes down to crime. You got children sticking up people. You got children breaking in people's houses. Is this what we are? Is this what we want to be? I don't want to leave this for my grandchildren. I want my grandchildren to see the kingdom of the Most High. And I know the only way they're going to see it is if they follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Don't let nobody tell you not to follow God's law, statutes, and commandments. If a man tell you that you do not need to follow the law, statutes of God, you walk away from him. Because who are you to tell me not to follow what God says? Who are you to tell me that? You couldn't even tell me how to make $1,000 in 2 hours. But you could tell me don't follow the law, statutes, and God's commandment. That's a sin. How is that a sin? This is a sin. Pork is a sin. Hatred is a sin. Murder is a sin. Those what sins are. The laws and statutes or commandments of the Most High is life. Life everlasting. Because He is everlasting. And His Spirit dwells within us. In Genesis it said the Most High blew into Adam, and Adam became a living soul. Adam became a living soul, and the Spirit dwells within him, the Holy Spirit. Read
Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 11. Now therefore go to speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, thus saith the Lord, behold, I frame evil against you, and devise a device against you. Return ye now every one from his evil way, and make your way and your doings good.
There you go again. Turn ye from your evil ways and make your ways good. Turn away from all this madness that we do in the ghetto every day, that we teach our children. We have been taught to sin. We have been taught to sin from knee high to neck high. We've been taught to do it. Especially if you don't have a God-fearing father in your house, and you have sinning uncles that's want to teach you how to be a man, teach you how to talk to women. Next thing you know, you out here running goofy game to every female you know, and you done got half the block pregnant, and you ain't got a job. And what the only thing you can look forward, well, she gonna get an abortion next week. And now they're having abortions all the way up to 8th month. That's a baby. That's a whole body. That's a whole heart, liver, lungs, eyes, thoughts, hands, fingers, toes. That's a whole person that you're killing. Got blood on your hands. You got blood on your hands. Get that? Who want blood on their hands? That's what demons do. That's demons. That's demons killing a newborn baby because you can't take care of it. If you can't take care of a baby, then put your clothes on. If you can't take care of a baby, stay out the clubs. If you can't take care of a baby, how dare you have a girlfriend? How dare you have a boyfriend? If all you can do is have a baby aborted, you don't have that right. You don't have that right. And when you pass away and leave this earth, every baby you aborted, you're going to see them again. Standing next to the Most High who sits on a fiery throne with red eyes looking at you, showing you the babies that you have murdered.
Ezekiel 38:18-21.
You don't have that right. And this is for all the young men out here and all the young women out there that's growing up in the dating age. Keep your clothes on. Keep your clothes on. Because you don't have the right to have sex with nobody if she ain't your wife. You don't have the right to kill something that doesn't belong to you. They say the women have the right. It's my body. What about the body that's growing inside you? That's not yours. And you don't have the right to make a decision for that baby. You got it? You don't have the right to make that decision. Read.
Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not a warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
The same wicked man should die in his iniquity. You're going to die in your own sin. And you're going to be judged for it. This is not over when you die. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Read.
Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
But thou hast delivered thy soul. You got a question, brother? You got a question, brother?
He wants to read Hosea 4:6.
Hosea 4:6, just get it. Got it? Hosea 4:6.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
You see that? It says, my people are what?
Destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And what's that knowledge? This Bible. They are destroyed for not knowing the law, statutes, and commandments of God. That's why he said that. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Since thou hast rejected the knowledge of this Bible, my word, I shall reject thee. And we are a rejected people. It's like a tape and a tape recorder. Well, I'm showing my age with that one. But it's like a tape and a tape recorder when you press the button and eject it out. And the tape break up and ravel. You don't need that tape no more until you get another one, a newer one. Ones that'll follow your instructions of how to put the tape in the tape deck properly. This is what the Most High is saying. His people is rejected because they lost the knowledge of the Most High. This is our book. This is all the knowledge that we need. Because the Most High said the knowledge of this world is foolishness with him. So I don't care how far in school you go, how book smart you get, how many degrees you get, when it comes down to it, everything you learning is foolish with the Most High. How can you talk about how the earth was made and talk about planets in space like you've been out there and we fall for it? This is what the Most High meant when he said lack of knowledge. Because guess what? For years, we believe it was other planets out there. For years, we believed that this earth been here for billions and billions and billions of years. We believe that. And it's a lie. It's a total lie. How can you tell me how far it's going to take me to get from here to Jupiter? And you never been. I can tell you how long it's going to take me to get from here to Shaw, Mississippi, because I've been there. I drove there. I can tell you that. But I'd be lying if I say, it's going to take you 10,000 years, 750 million miles to get to Mars. I never been to Texas. Come on now. This is what we believe that this is what they taught us in school. This is what they taught us in school. Give me Ezekiel. Yeah. That's right, 37:1. You got it. If we're going to read 37:1, we're gonna read it out with that. We're going to stay there. Read.
Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 1. The hand of the Most High was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Most High and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones.
In a valley full of bones. When you look around, we are in that valley of the dead bones right now. Look at how many of our people are strung out on these drugs. When you look at them, they look like zombies. When you look at them, you walk away from them. I remember growing up walking downtown, I used to be like, man, every time I walk downtown, all these white people clutch their bags and walk away from me. But guess what? I do it now. I walk down the street in the ghetto, first thing I do is walk to the side like, man, what's on this brother? What's wrong with this brother? Because he look like a zombie. Read.
Verse 2. And caused me to pass by them round about. And, behold, there were very many in the open valley.
There were very many in the open valley. Wait till the sun go down. And go up on our 79th. And see how many people just out doing nothing with new clothes on.
And lo, they were very dry. Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
And he said unto Ezekiel, this is the Most High asking Ezekiel, look at these people. And Ezekiel was looking at us today. And he said, look at these people. Can they live? Can that man that just fell out by that garbage can sleeping, can he live? Can that sister who's walking around dirty and filthy and talking a bunch of nonsense out of her mouth, can she live? Can those brothers that's going to work on the Sabbath, working hard and sweating, can they live? Read.
And I answered, O Most High Power, thou knowest.
And Ezekiel, you got to think, when Ezekiel was looking at this, he looked and said, well, Most High, I have no idea. Only you know if these people could live or not. Because if you ask me, I say no. Read.
Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones.
Prophesy upon these bones. Talk to these people.
And say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Most High.
O you dry bones, hear the words, the voice of the Most High, your Father, your God, who has created you. Listen to what he is saying.
Thus saith the Most High Power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. You shall live. Give up all this wickedness and listen to what the Most High is telling you. Open up the book and read. It's in there. We're not coming up with nothing. We're reading it. Read.
Verse 6, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you.
I will lay new sinews upon you and bring new flesh upon you. Okay.
Read. And cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Most High, or higher.
And ye shall live, and ye should know that I am the Most High, a higher. A brother asked us last week, what are we going to do? This is what we're going to do. We're not going to come out here and give out money. We're going to come out here and we're going to read. Line upon line. And we're going to get this word out until you guys hear it and get it. We're going to read. And we're going to wake you up. So don't come asking us for money. Come asking us for precepts. And we got you. All praises to the Most High. We are the Gathering of Christ Church. You guys have a good day. Shalom.
Well, it breaks my heart.